Alright guys, we're going to take apart, this is the Armor's Work split frame, Hi-Capa. Now, quite honestly, they all break down pretty similar, so if you do have a different model, don't be worried. The only thing that will be different is just the upper. The lower, pretty much they're all the same. The ghosts are the same as Tokyo Marine, Hi-Capa, Wii, and even KJW. They're pretty much very similar. But with that being said, keep in mind this is the split frame. And let's get started. We're going to do 100% assembly. There will be no reassembly, guys. Quite honestly, it's just easy. Just pause the video and replay, and just try to think about it. It's good practice if you can watch this video and try to reassemble it yourself, you know, by pausing it. It's better practice that way. First of all, you guys need to line it up with this little half circle right here. You see this little half circle I'm pointing to? Line it up with the slide release. Okay, you see it right here? I'm gonna put my finger into the slide, or you can push it right here. Just try to push it out. But since I can't see it, I like to do it this way. Just make sure you don't let go of the slide. It will pinch your finger. Okay, I'm gonna push it, and it should just pop right out. Okay, now we have the upper and the lower. I like to focus on the upper first, then the lower. So let's just do that. Next up, we're gonna, on the split two frame, you're gonna just pull the front, and then get your fingers in here. Push this down. You're gonna push down the guide plug. You see how to push it down here. I'm gonna grab it here now, and then pull. Just cup it. Make sure you don't lose it. This is your guide plug, recoil spring, a little buffer, and guide rod. Okay, that's how you disassemble this. So if you want to place anything, just replace the recoil spring or whatever you want to do. We're going to push that off to the side. Next up, we have the outer barrel. I guess this whole unit. Now, if you want to take apart the front sight, you're going to need to. You guys see, I don't have fiber optics in here. If your fiber optic is bulbed in both ways, unfortunately, I hate to break it to you guys, you're going to have to either break the fiber optic. Well, yeah, you're going to have to break it. That's the only way you can get to the screw to take it out. But it's a very small screw. Let me zoom in for you guys. Okay. Just unscrew it. And boom. This is what you should get. So, let's take that to the side. We know what to do with that. Next up, let me show you. Let's focus on this now. Okay. If you want to take out the hop-up unit, maybe replace it or upgrade it, or something's broken, undo this screw first right here. Okay. This part's going to come out. It's an important part to have. Make sure you don't lose it or break it. If it does break, Evike sells replacements. And now the hop-up unit should slide right out. That is all for the front outer barrel. Okay, we're going to put the outer barrel to the side. Now we're going to move on to the hop-up unit. You have the screw. Let's take out the screw right here. And then take this out. This is to help lock the barrel into the outer barrel. Now you have, excuse me, you have two screws. 1, 2. Undo those. Okay. Remember, guys, use the the pause function. There is a button for you guys to pause it. All right. So you take it out. This side will not have anything. There should be an arm in here and a wheel. Here's the wheel, and then here's the barrel. Let's take that off. It's the bucking. And on here, there is a small O-ring. You can, if you're trying to completely and the wheel still moves easily, put another O-ring in here, put some plumber tape, put a little shim in here just to create more pressure on the wheel. So that is the hop-up unit. Consists of 2 screws, well, 3 screws. Alright, we're moving this out of the picture. Next up we have, let me zoom out a little bit, guys. We have the hop-up unit, blowback unit. Here is where it's a little different. First of all, let's take out the top screw. Let's get a flathead. You're going to see it's a flathead. Generally speaking, it's not going to come out like this, but I've been playing with it and the pin has already come out. Alright, so that's going to be saved to another video, but regardless of that, you should have 1, 2, 3 parts, and then plus the fibers. Fibers aren't in here. And then there's going to be a top screw right here you need to take out. This is holding the blowback unit. 2 parts are holding the blowback unit. This screw and the rear screw. So undo this one, and you should be able to pull off the plate. And if you want to change it to the the doctor plate, you can change it. Now here, let me focus on you guys. You need a flathead too. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna try it. This one isn't long enough. Try to get a longer flathead. If you don't, you're gonna ruin it, and it's just a bit hard to take out. But this one is just about long enough. Just stick it in there. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna push down. You're gonna feel the tension from the little spring. This one's the most annoying one to take out. I'm gonna pull out, guys, and just let me focus on taking this out. But you need a flathead to take it out, so just get a flathead. Make sure it's long. The longer the better. Okay, there we go. So yeah, there we go. Okay, once you pull this little fake firing pin, it's going to be consistent of 3 parts. No, it didn't want to come out. That's okay. There we go. Okay. See, it's got 3 little parts. 1, 2, 3. And then you can just put that back in. You don't have to really take that apart, but I was just doing it for you guys. Next up, your blowback unit. That should come right out. And that is it for this section. If you do want to take this out, just push it a little, wiggle it, and it should come out. There you go. That's the section right here. So now it's empty. So that's if you want to take it out. And for a loading nozzle, just take apart the loading nozzle. Okay. Blowback unit, if you want to replace the piston, the head piston right here, just get a flathead underneath it and pop it. You wedge it underneath here and just push up. And then boom, it'll come right out. It just goes onto the screw right here. Most likely you won't need to replace this. You'll probably need to replace the piston head right here. That gets swollen or damaged. So keep this together. Next up we have our loading nozzle. If it cracks or if you need to replace the internals, there's a screw on the top right here. Very small screw. Just unscrew it. And make sure you don't, it might pop out, it might not. But have it pointing downward. Now, since the screw, you see this little screw just came out, turn it upside down and just tap it. There you go. Or you can just, you don't have to tap it, just push the screw and these 3 parts should come out. You got the valve blocker, rocket valve, and rocket valve spring. Alright? That covers the complete upper. So I'm going to push the upper to the side. And like I said, there's not going to be a reassembly. Just, pause and watch, and it's good practice for you guys. When you're doing this, if you're doing this at home, try to keep it organized. For the sake of this video, I'm just trying to make it fast and reasonable for you guys, so we're not sitting here all day. But keep it organized. It will save you a headache. Next up, we have the lower. In order to take the frame out, you're going to have 3 parts. One, it's hard to see. 1 screw here, and these 2 Allen key screws right here. 1, 2. So let's do that. Undo this screw first. Make sure the hammer is up. Don't have the hammer down. Otherwise, it'll just, it's going to be a little annoying. If you try to make things easy, just have the hammer up, not like this. So just have it up. Next up, Allen key. And this part, well, if you need to replace anything here. We're going to work on the grip first because that's easier. The frame is going to be last. That's where you do most of the complicated stuff. It's not complicated, but compared to everything else, I would say so. Alright, for the grip, let's do that first. We'll put this up here. You don't need bench stocks, guys. You just need something that you can elevate the grip on. Sometimes it's really loose and you don't need a hammer. I think this one is loose. See, look how easy that is. I'm just punching it out. Alright. And your magwell should come off. Just pull it. So that's the pin for the magwell. Next up, you can pull out the main hammer housing. Right here, boom, your leaf spring. Next up, we're going to want to take out the mag release. Need a flathead for that. Okay. Push in and to the left. And it should pop right out. Alright? And your trigger is going to come out too. And then you have a empty grip. So let's put the grip out of the picture. Magwell out of the picture. Now if you want to change your hammer spring, you're going to push. It's easier with a screwdriver or a punch. You're going to push. You see what this little brass thing is right here? Let's zoom in for this part right here. Okay. This is what I do. You just push down and out. And then, but keep the pressure and don't let go of it. Just until you feel like it's coming past the part. There you go. Just like that. And that's how you. Oh, I got it that way. All right. That's how you just replace the hammer springs. So let's get that out of the picture. If you need to replace the spring here, very easy. Just push down, and this time righty. Okay. That's if you want to replace this spring at all. Next part, we don't need anything leaf spring. I'm not going to do this one, but it's pretty simple. You see this little screw? You need a very small punch. Oh, where is it? Okay, you just get this in a small punch. You guys see how it fits in here? And just knock it out. Like, what I like to do is just try to put it between two things here, and then you can just punch it out. Boom. That's if you want to replace any triggers. Alright. Next up, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, focused. Now here's where I guess you guys need to pay attention here. This is if you are replacing anything internally or something's broken. But first thing you're going to do is make sure the hammer is down. Alright? Keep the hammer down. Pull up on the safeties. You see how it's sort of elevated past the point where you can't put a slide on here? That's when you know you've done it right. You can now turn it, well, I guess frame facing up on the ground. Make sure you're going to cup it. And you're just going to pull, and then these should come out. Your D10 set, but there you go. It should be a 3-part for your D10 set. You don't want to lose that. Very important to keep in here. And then your right side should come out too. Boom. Alright. Now you can access to the frame. Get access to the frame. Just get those out of the pictures. Alright. Are we focused? Okay, good. This is how you're going to get to the hammer. Only one screw. And then you're into it. Undo the screw. Boom. Then you get your, this is your valve knocker right here. the valve knocker spring. I'll put the hammer assembly stuff right here. If you ever want to upgrade to steel or it's broken, just replace this. This is your valve reset. That breaks. The valve reset tends to break on a lot of Hi-Capa sometimes. So I'd probably say watch for that one. Okay, there's going to be one screw on here for the valve reset plate. Oops. You guys see how the spring jumped out but came back? I messed up. I forgot to tell you guys. When you take out the valve reset plate, make sure you try to cup it just like this. So there's a spring in that area. Alright, you guys see this? Don't lose that spring. I've lost so many, I've lost track over the years. Next up we have a hammer. Just take off the hammer, boom, just like that. You can just put it over. No springs in here, nothing to worry about. Okay. There's your disconnector, there's your sear, and there's your hammer. And that is the complete breakdown of the what is this? The Armor's Work 2.2. And let me guys know if you guys need anything. If not, I'll see you guys around. Take it easy, okay?